Morning. So I was trying something new today. I'm a little bit late. It did not work. So there you be. So this is the best I can do. But good morning. You're very welcome to our Readers, Our Leaders book club. I am dressed for dance today because I have a meet with my VIPs. Although looking at the sunshine after we've been on Zoom all week, I would very much like to have an outdoor class today if only I had predicted the weather would be this way round. So anyway, we will be on Zoom today at 11 o'clock for our VIPs. And again, if you want to join our VIP program, it's just extra dance classes, extra content. We discuss dance movies or musicals. And it's just a place where we can have a positive peer group. And we can just really enjoy all things dance with people who we have in common. So it's for students from FYI Dance Club. Any classes are welcome to get involved, and we meet twice a term. You can get involved with the program by going on to www.patreon.com/Zoe Patterson, and I'll stick that in the comments below after the book club. But let's get on with our book club then. So today I'm keeping with this structure where we're going to do Break the Mold first, and then today for the juniors we have Tiger, Tiger, Is It True? And we actually did that as our bedtime story last night, so that was nice. Okay, so we're talking again about Sinead is talking about the unsung heroes, the people you're not taught about at school. So Judy Heumann, hopefully I'm saying that right, is an American disability rights activist. When she was a child, Judy wanted to be a teacher, but was told that her dream was impossible because she uses a wheelchair. Judy knew that this was wrong and unfair, and she fought this rule in court and became the first teacher who was a wheelchair user in New York City. Judy has spent her life working to make the world a fairer place, especially for disabled people. Once she even protested against the US government by sitting in their offices and refusing to leave for 25 days until the law was changed and the rights of disabled people were protected. Recently, Judy was an advisor to President Barack Obama in the White House and was the first disability advisor at the World Bank, the first teacher who was a wheelchair user in New York City. I'm sure this is just a drawing. We are all different, but we are all the same. Now that you have my tips for making your mark and you've discovered the importance of accepting who you are and what makes you different, let's spend a moment thinking about the people around us in our home, in our school, and in our community. Have you noticed that everyone is different? Just look around. Whether it's our skin colour, age, disability, religion, family makeup, who we love, or where we live, we are all different. These differences make life rich, exciting, and interesting. They allow us to have important friendships and to learn about the new ways of experiencing and seeing the world. But look closely. Do you notice anything that joins all of these people together? Quite a few people have blue eyes, more have brown hair, and almost everyone has a nose because even though we are all different, in ways that are visible and invisible, we are people. Good morning. We all have fears, worries, anxieties, hopes, and dreams. We all want to have friends and to feel connected, but at times what makes us different can make us feel alone. We feel like we are the only one who is just like us. We are, that's true, but it's something to be proud of and to celebrate. There really is only one of me and only one of you. We matter. We are all different, which in a way makes us all the same because those differences are what bring us together. We all experience the world from a unique perspective. We are all humans that have more in common than you might think. There is more that connects us than divides us. And now we're on to chapter 4, to be curious, to be kind. There's a feeling you sometimes get. It starts at the base of your spine and it slowly rolls towards your neck. It peels upward vertebrae by vertebrae and feels so real that you could touch it or swat it away. Before lifting your head or turning around, you know what will meet your eye. Someone is staring at you. We've all experienced an awkward moment like this, maybe in school or on the bus. You have drifted off into a daydream and haven't registered that someone is talking to you. It isn't until you feel yourself being stared at that you suddenly awaken from your daydream, flushed with embarrassment. You feel uncomfortable because someone else has made you the centre of attention, even though you didn't ask to be. I've been there. Knowing that people are looking at me and staring at me is something that I've always lived with. I'm often the centre of attention, but not usually by choice. I look different to most people. It's possible that if we meet, I could be the first little person that you have ever seen. It's possible that you would have questions and might want to know how and why I am a little person and what those words mean. Curiosity is natural, but being openly curious can take bravery. Asking questions reveals what we don't know, but it can be difficult to find the right words because we don't want to say or do the wrong thing. It can make us vulnerable and it can dissolve some of our confidence. But asking questions to learn about the world from a new perspective has never been more important. It's likely that many of us have also experienced other people asking us questions, people who notice our differences and want to learn more. We need to think about two things. The first, how can we make sure that we are being brave and curious and asking the right questions while also being kind too? And the second, how can we come up with answers and the courage to show other people what it's like to be us? Why don't you say hello? I could be in a supermarket and a child, probably someone younger than you, will see me. They're not sure if I'm an adult or a child, but from a very young age, they can tell that something is different about me. They get excited and want to make sure that whoever is with them has seen me too. To the entire aisle, the other shoppers too, they announce, "Look, there's a little woman." For the next few minutes, it's as if everything moves in slow motion. The feeling of being stared at begins. My shoulders rise up to my ears and I'm uncomfortable. But maybe not for the reason you think. I'm not angry or upset with them. I'm just a little cautious about what might happen next. Usually it goes something like this. The adult tries to create a distraction. They show them some groceries that are on the shelves, maybe some sweets, but in an even louder voice, the child says, "No, look, there's a little woman right there." The adult is embarrassed. They're trying hard not to hurt my feelings and they don't know what to say or how to say it, so they choose to say nothing at all. Moving from slow motion to fast forward, the trolley zips past me, racing to the next aisle as fast as possible, with the child desperately clinging to the sides. I know the adult was trying to help. They thought that they were doing the right thing, but they were uncomfortable and embarrassed. They didn't have the words or know how to explain to the child that I'm a little person. Maybe you've experienced something like this. Perhaps you saw someone who looked different to you in the playground or the schoolyard. You wanted to talk to them, ask them questions and learn about their differences, but you didn't know how. You didn't want to say the wrong thing or upset them. But it's okay to ask questions. Curiosity is great, and asking questions can help you to understand the world through a new lens. It can help others feel more comfortable too. If something interests you or you want to know something, asking a question is a good thing. When I was teaching in the classroom, moments like this would happen, particularly on the first day of school. My students would come into the classroom and I would begin to introduce myself. I remember one time I hadn't even finished mentioning my name when in the corner of my eye I could see a girl waving her hand in the air. She was leaning out of her seat and concentrating so hard on the question she wanted to ask that I'm not sure if she even remembered to breathe. I called her name and said, "Yes?" "Why are you so small?" The children who sat closest to my desk gasped and looked at each other. I asked her, "Why are you so big?" I could tell from her facial expression that she wasn't sure why. I don't know, I was just born like this," she said. I responded with a grin and said, "Me too." It was so simple, but it made sense. I didn't choose my disability or the body that I live with, but neither did she. Though the conversation might have been a little awkward at first, by explaining my difference in this way, we all realized that much of our experience is universal. As we know, what makes us different is sometimes what makes us the same. We are all people. We all need food and sleep. We all want to be loved. We all have moments when we think that we are not good enough. Someone might ask you a question about what makes you different, and it makes you feel uncomfortable, but it's okay to say, "I would prefer not to talk about that." But if you think the person is asking because they are curious and want to learn about what it's like to be you, let them know that, just like them, you were born this way. It answers their question and helps them realize that it's not just you or me who's different. They're different too. These conversations can be awkward. We don't want to upset anyone or say the wrong thing, but if we did nothing and didn't speak to people who look, sound, or think differently to us because of fear, nervous, or embarrassment, we'd have no idea of who or what things we were missing out on. Being curious about our differences makes us realize that being different isn't a bad thing. It brings us together and connects us. That moment in the supermarket could have been a positive experience for everyone with just one simple phrase. When the child pointed me out, the adult could have said, "Yes, that is a little woman. Why don't you say hello?" Can you imagine what would have happened next? I bet the kid would have waved, said hello, and told me their name. They would have said it proudly and loudly. I would have waved and said, "My name is Sinead." We'd both smile and continue on our shopping trip. Unsung heroes, the people you're not taught about at school. Jacinda Ardern is the Prime Minister, oh God, I hope I said that right, is the Prime Minister of New Zealand, which means that she leads the government and is responsible for making many of the decisions of her country. When she was elected, she was the youngest female head of government and only the second woman ever to have a baby while in that position. When you can't see yourself represented, it's easy to think that the job is not for you or there's only one way to do it. Jacinda didn't try to be other people. She was comfortable in her own skin and is a leader who is praised for leading in a new way, for leading with kindness, empathy and compassion. Isn't that lovely? All right, we're going to finish here on page 90. Can you remember any moments where you wished that you had talked to someone, asked a question, but didn't know what to say? Out of fear and embarrassment, you said nothing. It might seem easier, but by allowing that fear and embarrassment to take hold, we are stopping ourselves from meeting and learning about people who will make our lives and worlds more interesting. Next time, use your voice. Speak to a child who is different to you in the yard or the playground. You'll learn something about them and something about you too. You might even make a friend. Right. So we'll pick that up now. I must remember there is no book club next week because I am off filming all around the county doing a project for Creative Ireland. It's called Dance Slam. So keep an eye out in the next couple of weeks. I think it's all coming together with Cruinniú na nÓg on the 12th of June. So I'm going to be off. You'll find me in Bray, Arklow, Blessington and Rusper House next week filming with a team of students from all around the county. So Creative Ireland, I'm working with them next week. So I won't be here. I will actually at this time be filming at Bray Bandstand. So if you want to go and pop down there and see us filming a piece for Cruinniú na nÓg, then you are more than welcome. Okay, I am going to go on to Tiger, Tiger, Is It True? And this is our book for our juniors. And this is by Byron, Katie and Hans Wilhelm. 4 questions to make you smile again. So this is just a little book about when we sometimes when our thoughts go in our head, we have to kind of just check and see, do you know what, are those thoughts actually true? So we start off with, one morning, Tiger, Tiger got out of bed on the wrong side. Drat, he said. It's going to be one of those days. And he was right. At breakfast, he heard his parents arguing again. They paid no attention to him. It was like he wasn't even there. I might as well be a ghost, he thought. Oh, look at the little sad face on him. Oh. At school, Tiger, Tiger was picked last at games. It hurt his feelings and he felt awful. After school, his best friend decided to play with Zebra. Tiger, Tiger felt rotten as can be. Everything was terrible. Nobody cares and nobody likes me. Tiger, Tiger felt angry tears welling up in his eyes. Suddenly there was a ripple in the water. It was Turtle. What's up, Turtle said. Nothing, said Tiger, Tiger. Well, if nothing can make you cry, tell me more about this nothing. It must be very powerful. It's just that no one cares, Tiger, Tiger sobbed. Nobody likes me. Nobody cares if I'm around or not. Life is so unfair. Said Turtle. You say that nobody cares about you and nobody likes you. Is that true? Are you sure? Yes, said Tiger. My parents don't even know I'm around. Nobody likes me at school, and now my best friend is playing with Zebra. That sounds pretty bad, Turtle said, but can you absolutely know it's true that there is nobody in the whole wide world who cares about you or likes you? Tiger thought about it and realised he couldn't be absolutely sure. No, I can't. Not really, he said. So it's not true that nobody cares about you or likes you, right? Said Turtle. How does it feel inside when you believe the thought that nobody cares and nobody likes you? I feel bad, lonely and rotten, said Tiger. It makes me really sad. That must feel terrible, said Turtle. Isn't it amazing what a little thought can do to you? Absolutely. Now, how does it feel if you are not thinking that thought that nobody cares and nobody likes you? How would it be if you could never believe that thought again? Tiger's eyes brightened. I would be a happy tiger. I would feel great. I could do anything and nothing would bother me. He looks very happy now. Tiger paused for a moment. That's amazing, he said. So it's not my parents or my friends who bug me. It's just my thinking about them that makes me mad. Wow, that's cool. That's really cool. You got it, said Turtle. It's your thinking. Now let's try something different. You think that nobody cares and nobody likes you. Can you turn this thought around? I mean, can you find the opposite? Tiger thought for a moment. Like somebody cares and somebody likes me? Yes, said Turtle. Could that be true? Can you think of 3 examples of how your parents have shown you that they like you? Tiger didn't have to think for long. They never forget my birthday, he said. They take me on great vacations and they give me the best hugs in the world. They don't just care about me, they really love me. Who's that? Good morning, Sophie. How about your best friend? Asked Turtle. Can you find 3 examples with them? Oh, see you later, Sophie. She's just looking for a sunny spot to sleep. Well, yes, said Tiger. He always saves a seat for me on the school bus. We are great game buddies, and he says he really likes to jam with me. Oh, it looks like they've got a bit of a band going. And at school, Turtle asked, is there anyone who likes you and cares about you? I think my teacher likes me, said Tiger. She loves my drawings and Rhino wants me to sit next to him at lunch. An elephant always tells me secrets. I think she likes me a lot. Now find another turnaround for nobody cares and nobody likes me, Turtle said. Like I care and I like everybody? Well, that wouldn't be a bad idea, would it? Turtle said with a smile. And if it's not true for you now that you like everybody, how about I care and I like somebody? I'm sure you can think of lots of folks you like. Yes, Tiger said. Then he thought for a moment and laughed. I can think of another turnaround. You can? Yes, how about I care and I like myself? Wow, that's the best of all, Turtle said. How would you do that? I wonder, can we do that for ourselves today? What do you think? I'll always find out if my bad thoughts are true or not, but I already know that they probably never are. Amazing how clever little tigers are these days, said Turtle. Oh my goodness, I think we're going to do this today. Will we do this as a task? So, as we go throughout the day, let's really listen to our thoughts. And basically, if our thoughts make us feel sad, we could just question, well, could they actually be true? And then we'll try and do a turnaround like they did in the book and see if we can switch the thoughts around. So I think that would be a really good task for us to do today. And you can always pop it into the comments below and I'll check back on it later and see if anybody has had any breakthroughs and any turnarounds. So that's super. I won't see you guys next week because I'll be out filming, But I will come back the week after and we can have our book club again then. And again, if you want to read on, it's Sinead Burke's Break the Mould. And that's the one that we're reading for our older readers. And then I have a selection of books for our junior readers. Okay, so fingers crossed the sunshine lasts a little bit longer, thinking about all those dance classes and outdoor classes that are getting to go ahead today because it has finally stopped raining. I know we were back on Zoom this week, but I will find a way to get us back out and about again, and fingers crossed for next week. Okay guys, so if you're VIP, remember, turn up for class on Zoom at 11 o'clock, and I have some fresh choreography for you guys, just for you guys for today, and I will see everybody else in class next week. Please and thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.